Hey guys, thanks for joining me. It is Sunday, and Sunday is the end of the week for me. I don't care what the calendar says. For me, it's the end of the week. Every Monday, I go ahead and I make a list of things I need to do. And it can be everything from manual labor, such as getting the wood up to the house, to paying my bills, to calling contractors, and even to making date night with the wife. Every Thursday night, we like to have date night. And it's just a way, I don't want to use the word rekindle because that implies that something was extinguished. Just a way to kind of get together with my spouse and, basically show us we love each other. And that was Thursday night, but the wife wasn't feeling well on Thursday night, so postponed it to Friday night. Well, Friday night, we went up to go buy a car, which is a different video, which I'm going to show you in the future, because that's really interesting. But we got in late, so we didn't do date night on Friday. Yesterday we went out. We were starving. We went out for Chinese, a lot of salt. You tend to drink a lot of water, and we were all just bloated. So it wouldn't have made the best date night. It would have been very much National Geographic, the seals on the beach. And that's not very romantic. I mean, I'm sure it's romantic for seals, but not for human beings. It would have been a lot of flopping. It wouldn't have turned out well. So, tonight's going to be the date night. And what I did was I went out to Costco, and I went ahead and I bought some nice steaks. I went and got some flowers. And I got a little wine. All for under $50. You don't have to spend a lot to show your spouse that you care. Now, here I am giving advice on relationships. I'm the last person that should be giving advice, but let's face it, this is the internet. This is where everyone gives unsolicited advice and acts like experts, even though they're not. So why should I be any different? Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Well, that's great that you're talking about this romantic night, but what are you doing standing at your wood pile? Well, like I said, it's Sunday. I've got to get the wood up to the house. Every Sunday I move the wood, a couple of trailer loads, I don't know if you can see that, a couple of trailer loads up to the house to last us the week. Well, we have a bunch of fireplaces in the house. Normally we just burn on the bottom fireplace, and it just kind of warms the downstairs in the center of the house, but I live in a very horizontal house, so the kitchen and the bedroom stay cold. So if I want to get the kitchen warm, I got to start burning in the kitchen. And we're having a cold snap right now, so I'm going to start tonight. Now, the thing about the kitchen fireplace, it's got a very small firebox. And what that means is I can't throw a lot of big logs into that fireplace or into the firebox. So I've got to make sure that I've got the right size as far as length goes and width goes that'll go into it. So I'm going to probably have to start chopping up some wood and finding the right pieces. And you're along for the adventure, so let's get after this, okay? First moved in here, the house really had been occupied for about 2 years. And we had a lot of problems. One of the problems was we didn't have a propane line coming into the house. It had broken. We didn't know about that until we moved in into December, and it got to 25 degrees, and we're like, ooh, it's really cold, and our heat doesn't work. And I spent that first winter up here, because I had no equipment, carrying one round up the hill at a time to heat the house. Not trying to be a hero, but you know what? Heroes are everyday people, and I'm an everyday person. But the other thing that happened was, like I said, we moved in December. Literally 2 weeks into moving, our oven broke. And we're like, oh great, we're having Christmas here. We're going to invite everyone. How are we supposed to cook on Christmas brisket? I think it was prime rib, but either way, it was like, oh, we've got a wood stove. So we cooked the first Christmas on this wood stove. We haven't really cooked that much on it, and it's kind of a little tricky, so what I want to do is get a little bit better at it, and this is going to be my first attempt. Okay, I want to correct myself on that. When I said learning how to cook on it, my wife says she already knew how to cook on it.
I'm the one who did all the cooking while the oven was broken.
And I was gathering the wood.
I didn't say you weren't. I'm just saying. I wanted to clarify. I cooked on it for lunch, so I know what I'm doing over there.
Well, I'm going to be cooking on it tonight, and we're going to see how this goes, because this is our official date night, babe.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
You know,
Can I go upstairs and...
no, it's a family date night. Everyone's invited. Except for you, you're not invited. You're going to have to just watch, because there's no smell-o-vision or taste-o-vision. It's going to be good stuff.
Does that mean...
Got my grilling utensil, cast iron. I think we're going to use a neutral oil on it tonight. Wife gave me some neutral oil. When I asked what kind it was, she said, I don't know, it's just recycled. So, as long as it's not motor oil, I think we're good. Oh my God. On camera, I can't open up the jar. I got it. It would have been real embarrassing to ask the wife, well, 110 pounds of it. We're going directly over the fire. So I had my steak seasoned earlier. You go on the internet and you get all different kinds of rubs for your steaks. Usually people, purists say just salt and pepper. I like a little bit different of flavor. And I've got Rudy's Rub here, which is a barbecue joint down in Texas. They actually have 4 or 5 locations. And true Austinites will say, well, it's kind of a chain, so it isn't really authentic barbecue, but it's really good. I like it. So when we were down there the last time, we picked up some of their rub, and I'm going to use this. I've been having real good luck with it, so we're just going to sprinkle it on. They've been seasoned, about 8 hours or so, babe, so it's going to be good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and test if this thing is ready. We're just going to put a dab of water in here. That's my wife just showed me. I think that's ready. Let's sizzle. Going to brown it on each side for about a minute, and then we're going to throw it in the oven. Okay, I think we're ready for the oven. And I think we're going to cook it with 8 minutes, babe?
Sure.
8 minutes sounds good. I'm going to have to rotate it. And when I say I have to rotate it, it's not the type of rotating that you think. It's been about 4 minutes, so now it's time to rotate. I'm going to add a little butter into it. When I say rotate, I mean I got to rotate like this. Whoa. Now what I just did there was I actually flipped it. And the reason I flipped it, which took the time real fast, was because the firebox is on one side of the oven gets a lot hotter than the other. So it's looking really good. I'm thinking I'm only putting it in there for 3 minutes. 3 minutes seems like the better time. Okay, that was 3 minutes. So 7 minutes total. Let me bring this out and check it with the trusty refinement. get so high. Don't get so high. Oh no. 133. I want to get to 125. So I guess it's medium rather than.
Take off the stove, it's gonna keep cooking.
What? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good one. But it's-
My wife just said, didn't hear that. Get it off the stove because it's going to keep cooking because this isn't a typical stove. Oh my God. Hurry up.
Bring
hurry
it
up,
over here.
Hurry up.
Come on, right here,
right
right
here,
here,
right here, right here, right here.
All right, let's get it into that hot plate.
Suddenly the wife is taking over. We got an emergency. Ooh.
Okay, let it set for a minute.
That just became really nerve-wracking. Wow. Okay, we're just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to eat. I think it's going to be medium well rather than medium. But, like I said, I got to get better at these things. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. You saved the day again.
That's what I'm here hovering for.
Yeah. I don't have an answer for that. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a good piece of meat.
Is it still pink?
It's still pink, babe. I survived it. Let's see the other one. Let's see the other one. Yeah, that is one good piece of meat.
Sneak mine.
Yep.
How long to do?
You push it. Oh yeah. Look what my wife got. Let's change this up. Woo. It's gonna be a good night. Well, thanks for joining us on this little adventure. Cheers. You can hold up the sriracha.
Cheers.
There we go. I don't know, given that this is the internet, should we say a prayer?
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
I was gonna say the prayer.
Okay, you say it from your side.
Remember to vote. Doesn't matter who. Third party, cats, dogs. Just vote because you have the privilege to vote.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the grab. Yay, God!
All right, God's number one.
Telling people to vote isn't too controversial, right?
So just a little funny outtake here. The wife sees me filming and she goes, how do I know when I can speak? Which my answer was, well, when I'm not speaking, she can speak. It's such a reversal of how we live our lives right now because it's always, I'm not allowed to speak while my wife is speaking. She speaks a lot, especially when it comes to giving directions. You can see that look on her face. I think I just got in trouble. I don't think this is making the outtakes.